30.76. You guys get the same thing? Okay, now I'm going to show you how to do it on your calculator. So everybody hit stat. What?
In case you're wondering what it would
Oh, what? That's wonderful. Let's show everybody.
be. It's so bad. I'm not good at writing big numbers.
In case you want to know what it looks like if you really, really take up that space. Oh, you guys are a good group. All right.
I might have to get your notes.
Yeah, it's okay. Everybody hit stat. Stat is right here. And then edit. You should probably have numbers in that L1 list. Here's how you clear them out. Look up. You hit the up arrow so that it's highlighted L1. You hit the clear button, which is 2 above the division sign. Nothing happens. And then you hit the down arrow and they all disappear. You could technically go through and delete every single one if you want to, but that doesn't sound fun, except for Cole, who loves it. So make sure you do that every time, Cole. Never do the fast way, okay? Okay. Put in those 5 numbers that we had at the beginning, 42, 1, 86, 59, and 13. You are allowed to use a calculator like this on the AP test. The reason why I teach you how to use standard deviation by hand is because there will be questions on the AP test where they'll say something like, why do you square the deviations, like that kind of question where you have to understand it. But on the AP exam, they allow you to use this. So if you ever need to just find a standard deviation, you can just do it with your calculator. Okay? All right. After you have the numbers in there, you hit second quit. And then you hit stat. You go over to calc. You pick one variable, stats. It says that it's pulling from list 1. That's what we want. You can ignore the second one and then hit enter on calculate. And it gives you a bunch of stuff. X bar, it's just assuming this is a sample. So X bar is 40.2. Look, there's our mean right there. What does this one mean? What is this? EX? What's that one?
That's our, like when you added all of our numbers.
Right, that's if you add all the numbers together. See that 201 down here? Okay, and this is adding all of x squareds together. We don't need that for this data set, but sometimes you will. S of x is the sample standard deviation, which is not what we found. We found the population standard deviation, which again was 30.76, which is right here. See the sigma x? That means the population standard deviation of x. N is how many data points you had. If you keep scrolling down, you'll see your minimum, Q1, the median, Q3, and the maximum. Everybody understanding so far? Okay.
Why do they use X bar instead of mu?
Because it's assuming that it is a sample. But also, sample and population means are calculated in exactly the same way. The reason why it is different for a sample standard deviation is because with a sample standard deviation, I don't know if I wrote this on the next page. Oh, there it is. The difference between finding a sample standard deviation and a population standard deviation is that on a sample standard deviation, you divide by n minus 1, where in a population standard deviation, you divide by just n. That means that on a population standard deviation, we're dividing by, in the past example, 5. And in a sample standard deviation, I'm dividing by n minus 1, which is 4. I'm going to stop now. Here's why, because this is a lot. Okay? And this last one is the standard deviation of grouped data, which is something none of you have ever done before. It's something I skipped in Intro to Stats because it's something that most people don't need to know, but you will need to know it. So it's going to take us a little bit more time than usual. So on Monday, we're only going to do this problem and a homework quiz. This is the only time I'm ever going to tell you that a homework quiz is coming up. You get to use your homework on it. It'll be the only grade in the grade book for you. I mean, there will be the homework grades in there, but remember the homework doesn't affect your grade. So your grade will be completely your homework quiz. So if there are any questions that you avoided in the homework and didn't do or got wrong and never asked about, make sure that you ask it by Monday. Okay? So if you look at the homework, this homework isn't due on Monday. This homework is due on Tuesday. And let me look right now and tell you which one is the group standard deviation one so you don't even try it yet. How'd you feel about this stuff today? Was it, for people who haven't taken this like in a year, is it coming back?
That's pretty good.
Somewhat.
Yeah.
Carter, it's coming back?
It was amazing.
I really hope that you know it. You took a final on it a week ago, and you're like, oh, good to know. What's standard deviation?
100% of that, though,
So we
so,
maybe switch to the A and B test.
yeah.
All right, I'm looking at the homework. 93, 10. My goodness, 14. Really going for it. Yeah, you.
Wait.
All right, don't do number 40. So skip number 40 for right now, but you will have to do number 40 on Monday.
The bell rang? No, it didn't.
We were in
Like
where-
15 minutes ago.